Hello and welcome to the Media Review segment. I am Eniton KDG. With me here, I have a very special guest, and you know very soon. We'll be discussing how the media has covered political activities and campaigns of female candidates. With me here is Senator Eruegbe, a senior reporter of This Day newspapers. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining me. Tell me, what's your assessment of the media's coverage of political activities of female candidates so far?
Okay, my general assessment is moderate, and I don't want to use the word abysmal, because I can say generally women are starters when it comes to Nigerian politics. Even though our politics is not that old because of a series of military interrogations along the way, but in this present democratic dispensation, women are coming up, but not yet to the standard we expect them. As we campaign and advocate for gender equality, also we want to see more of them in political political issues, making their presence heard. But I can say that their media presence is very, very limited and moderate compared to their male counterparts.
What do you think is the cause of this?
Okay, I think there are many factors. Just like I told you, there are still starters. Talk about platform, talk about access, then resources, then the political culture in Nigeria as a whole, and the attitude of women themselves to media. These are the factors. And if we want to break it down, a platform, first, like right now, you know, before we used to have one major party and other splinter party. At least right now we have two major political parties, the ruling government, ruling party, People's Democratic Party, and the opposition, which is amalgamation of other splinter parties, APC. And when you look at these platforms, it's it has become somewhat difficult for women to have a leverage in sensitive political position, though we have some of them here and there, like those contesting for Senate seat, House of Representatives. But when we talk about the position of the presidency, I think that is a tough order. So the platform, if a woman should emerge, let's assume a woman is presidential candidate of either, that platform alone have projected them. That's one. Then when I talk about the access, though you can say media is free and this, and then how many women own the media, and how many women are heading sensitive position in media organization. Though we have one or two female editors here and there. I'm not saying that male these things are biased, but let
me bring your attention to this report to also put more things into perspective here. It says, this was reported on the Guardian newspaper on Monday, February 2nd. It says, while female politicians deserve better coverage. And I'm going to take this quote now from that report. And it was basically reporting about a forum that recently held based on this topic. It says, you know, the article establishes that there's a need to deepen the female candidates' understanding of the workings of the media, the need to ensure that female candidates maximize the opportunities offered by the conventional and social media in projecting their candidature and issues. It also goes further to say that the media coverage and reportage of elections is almost always skewed in favor of male politicians, while negative perceptions and stereotypes about female politicians still exist in the media. Hence the need to come up with strategies that will help address the prevailing gender imbalance in reporting of elections. What strategies do you think that can address the prevailing gender issues?
Okay, the strategies
that the media can adopt.
The media can adopt. Will I say media, or I would say...
No, it's not necessarily the media.
Media. I also talk about media inclusive. Yes. You know, I was trying to go line by some of the factors, and I was getting there. Okay. I think the attitude of the women politicians too. I don't know whether it's a psychological thing. They feel that they are already coming from disadvantaged position, because whatever strategy I'm going to tell you now is available to men. Just that men have been able to maximize it. When you talk about strategy, the social media has leveled. It's a level playing ground that anybody, whether male or female, can maximize. But you find out that male politicians are more tech savvy, they are more adept, they are more forceful. They come out, they maximize the use of social media. And this is available to both the women or politicians, and it's almost free. I think it's free. If you talk about, let's say, okay, the issue of resources, okay, they don't have the much money to compete with their male counterpart in conventional media, running adverts, mobilizing people. What of the social media? What do they need to do? They need to employ professionals. There are people whose their job is to do this. Some of these people who you see on Twitter may not be them, but they have assistants who help them. You bring out some punchy lines. You have issues, national issues. You begin to talk about them. You later views, you express your views via Twitter, via Facebook. Before you know it, you have followers, you have friends. People begin to comment. By the time they talk on your page in Facebook, on your wall, or follow you on Twitter, follow whatever messages you are saying, you are becoming popular, you are advertising yourself. So these are some of the things. But I think the attitude is kind of pedestrian, I would say it. So just like I told you, the attitude, then the political culture, just like what you quoted, there's this negative perception, you know, women are not yet there, they are not yet ripe for it. They should concentrate themselves in taking care of their family, or women who are out are not worthy of keeping home.
There's some women out there. There's some women out there. That's
what I'm saying. There are those who dare to, you know, break these barriers, break these walls. I know an example, you know, there's this woman, a House of Rep, Ekwunife, in Anambra State. She has been a fighter. I'm impressed by her doggedness. She's even competing favorably with some prominent men. You have Andy Uba there, you have Chris Uba competing with her. You have the ABGA chairman, Victor Ume. But she's fighting it out, and she's not lying low. It's just that she also needs to step in. I don't know her social media aspects, but conventional media, she's
now it's not only about gender, because it seems like it's shifted from gender to the issue of resources.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking what limits now women. When I say women, what are the factors that limit them? And those factors can also propel them if they overcome it or maximize it.
You're saying there is free media. There's that advantage, but is that sufficient? How popular is social media?
Is getting popular, especially with the young ones.
To the people that have the PVCs?
Yes, to the people that have the PVC.
Are you sure about that?
But you know, most times, it's even this elite, the people that have access to this PVC, if they are strategic, that influences the opinion they get from that, they also use it to influence those that don't have PVC. They go, they talk about it to them. It's just like yesterday I was reading a post on Facebook. Somebody was talking about raising some issues that is capable of inciting. That if people in social media, how government want to truncate this, and somebody asks, look, if somebody as enlightened as you can talk like this, if you go to the streets of Kano or make this statement, what do you think will happen? You know, they listen. Those without PVC listen to those who have PVC. I can tell, but I don't know if they'll be able to know this power. So the world is advancing. And it's fast. If you don't flow along, they leave you behind. Back to your question, it may not be enough, but it's necessary. It plays a prominent role in this current democratic dispensation.
Okay, let's move on to the political debates that the media has organized this week. We all know about it for vice presidential and presidential candidates. Let me just bring your attention to this report on Sun newspaper on Wednesday, February 4th. It says, much ado about a presidential debate. We all know who showed up and who did not show up. Now, really, what's the fuss? He says here, what's the big deal about who is organizing the debate? Okay,
can you make it clear? Is it the organizers? Because
no,
some people refuse.
No, not the organizers. The vice president's presidential campaign was organized by some government agencies and media organizations.
And some political parties.
And there was also a private debate as well, a debate organized by private media organizations.
Yes.
And now, for both debates, not everybody showed up.
Yes.
So really, is it really about who is organizing the debate? Or what's the purpose of the debate, which is to inform Nigerians?
This issue, I've argued it out with some friends on Facebook, Twitter, and other platforms who find ourselves to talk about it. I've tried to let them know that, look, this thing is even beyond the politicians or the representatives. This is about Nigerians. One, Nigerians are aspiring, desiring to have a candidate debate, because there are some undecided voters who can do on-the-spot assessment. It's just like when you view people in isolation. This person is beautiful. This person is beautiful. How do you assess who is more beautiful? It's when you place them side by side. You can be able to make on-the-spot assessment. That's what debate, one of the benefits of debate. And this is for Nigerians. He said, okay, some people didn't do it in 2011. I said, okay, is it a revenge? Is it a revenge against the party or Nigerians? This is what Nigerians want. And for the first time, we have had a vibrant opposition that is even, people are telling that can even be capable of unseating the incumbent ruling party. For the first time, Nigerians are coming out to participate. Before, there was too much political apathy.
And there are people.
And now, people are agitating. For the first time, we want this to be done. We want to hear it. We want. So you are trying to say, okay, let's repeat what the other people have done. Are we moving forward by this? So people should be encouraged. And it doesn't matter who. If you say, okay, because this person I don't like is organizing it, are you telling me that I won't campaign because this so area is hostile to me? I won't campaign there. That's the essence of what you're saying.
Well, that's all we can take on the media review segment today. I guess, people just need to be more aware about who they need to vote for, because at this time, some people are not even sure about who they would want to vote for, and they need a debate. Thank you for joining us, Senator Arebu. I hope to have you some other time.
Thank you very much.
You've heard him. I'm sure people just want a debate to know who they would like to vote for in this coming elections, February 14th. I hope you find it insightful. I am Eniton KDG. See you next time.
Yes, this is the convenient spot to draw the curtain onto this edition of Insight from Eniton.
Thank you for being such great company today. Remember, for more information, you can visit our website, insighttv.net. Also, for more interactions, you can follow us on Twitter, InsightTV_NG. Please do enjoy the rest of your day. Until next time, I am Eniton KDG.
And I remain yours sincerely, Femi Adefila. See you next week.